Hi there, Robin here. Once again, we've got ourselves another Alto speaker. This time it's going to be the TS315 over here. So, they're 2,000 watt, 2,000 watt new 3 Series Truesonic speaker from Alto. Now, I did get to play around with it before and played some music on it that, well, I don't have license to play on YouTube, so you got to take my word for it. I was able to get that guy up to 4 feet away, over 100 dB or thereabouts, right? So that's pretty awesome. But what we've done is we've set it up the same as we do on all of our speaker tests now, just 24 feet away from the camera. And we've got it set at what Alto considers to be their top end of their line input. So we're all set up there. What I've got for playlist is going to be YouTube music. So it's all licensed and okay to play, so we're going to play that now. Again, we've got the camera set up and we've got ourselves just a regular cardio setting, which is why when I'm back here, I'm a lot less than when I'm up at the actual camera. Now I am using a Marantz microphone just to make sure that I can pick it up, even though I'm going to turn up the volume, and this way everything sounds good and clear. I mean, of course, this is what it kind of sounds like in the store. We can never get it perfect, but I really think that this is the best way we can actually demonstrate what this can sound like where you have it. Now, the 15 is the largest out of their series. They've got the 308, the 8-inch, the 310 for the 10-inch, the 312 for their 12-inch, and then that one there, the 315. Now, what we'll do is we'll play a little bit, and then we'll do a microphone, and after that, we're going to bring it to the table and look at the back side of it. So, if you hang out through the whole video, hey, no problem, awesome. You can subscribe at the end or anytime you want between now and then. But here we go. We'll do a little sound test. Didn't add any bass treble to that. That's just right off the hop. But we, played a couple of different pieces there. But this one here, we're going to get a little bit more dB volume out of it. We'll also try a microphone out of it as well. Turn down the mains. The microphones, and there we go. So we've got ourselves all set up on the mic input, and it's as easy as that. So definitely a big difference between me being over there and me being over here using a microphone. So pretty straightforward. Thus, it would be a PA speaker. And voila. But outside of that, again, huge volume level, a lot more bass than they had definitely on their last series. And definitely competes with a lot of speakers in the price range. So that's really good. And there's a lot of companies that are just a little bit higher priced than this. And that would be its actual competition, I think. But all that being said, you're looking at a system that's 1,000 watts. They break it up. We're going to put it on the table now, and we're going to see what the differences are. But there you go. That's the actual Truesonic 3 Series, 2,000 watts, 15-inch, the TS315. All right, and here we are back at the table. Now, the 15-inch on the 3 Series looks pretty similar on the front side to the 2 Series. That's an important thing. If you have a 2 Series and you're looking to get an extra speaker, you can still buy a 3 Series and they will be a matching set. Remember, you will have to adjust the gain to balance them all off, but you're all set there. Or do what, everybody else would do, of course. Just sell what you have and buy these because they'll both be more powerful. Now, you're in the same price point of what they had before, except you've got a lot more power to it. Now, if you haven't watched any of my other videos, I'm going to cover some of the nice things about it. Narrower than what we normally would look at. So, if you're looking at, 15-inch, boom, they can get pretty big width-wise, height-wise too, but they're all pretty much close to the same now when you get to the overall height. But width is definitely a tight box. Now, engineering, this is what keeps the speaker at a reasonable weight.
We're not killing it with weight, because we're not killing it with wood that's really thick just to keep the box solid. Now, everybody always say, well, if you want a solid box, you got to have it made out of wood. Well, yes and no. If you engineer it into the actual speaker box, you can get away from that extreme heavy weight. You do need a certain amount of density to it, but the material can be a lot lighter. We do want density, so this way we don't get any movement, but importantly, to keep the whole box from warping out of place or losing its stability when it comes to, you know, resonating sound, this, besides looking really cool, this is actually how they keep the entire box structure really solid. And they do that by engineering all these angles in here, and it acts like a truss. It reinforces the entire speaker, so this way we can lighten the load, but still give it the rigidity. Now this might even be, depending on, you know, what you compare it to, stronger than a wooden box. I would definitely put that one out there. Now, 15-inch, thank God they do this, because I really, you know, tired of picking these things up all the time, I'll be honest. So you want to make it as easy as possible, and this way you look good doing it. They give you 2 handles so you can get it up and onto the pole, no problem. Now, on the back side, we've got ourselves our amp plates. The most important thing is we do have our safety sticker right there, which everybody likes to see. In behind the actual plug is where the fuse is, in case the whole unit turns off for whatever reason. You can check that fuse and get yourself back in business. Now, here we've got our 2 line inputs, which are also our mic inputs, and the most important thing about the new model is that compared to the old model, we used to go straight up, and that would be the difference between our line and our mic inputs. So that's where the main gain crossover would happen. Here they allow you to get, they're telling you now that around 2 o'clock on the dial is where we're going to top out. So that's where I like to set it. Now, if you don't need it to be that loud, of course you can dial it back. Now, also what they've added on is the old knobs used to just float and go from, you know, 0 to all the way around the dial, and there was no difference in the dial. Now, regardless where the dial is, if I move this dial around and I'm blind and I can't see back here, I'll always be able to find that neutral point right on top, the 12 o'clock mark. So now I can actually adjust this without looking at it, which is really nice sometimes, because sometimes you put your speaker in a position and you just want to adjust it and turn them up, get them at the same point. So, but definitely can do that here. Easy enough. Now, the amp plate's an upgrade. Externally, it looks the same. Use the combo jack, so you get the 1/4 inch and the XLR, so regardless of what kind of cables you have, plug them in there, you're all set. They give you a 3-pin XLR male connection as the output, so this way if you want to link 2 speakers or your subwoofer or do anything like that, you can do that as well. Also, you're going to have your ground, so you can lift your ground if you want. So if you've got a humming issue, you can change the way the ground is formatted inside, and you still have a contour button, so this way you can change the overall parameters of the speaker setup, which is another great thing to have. Makes it easy to use. There we go. On top, 2 fly-by-wire connections. In the back you get a 3rd one, so this way you can hang it on an angle. No, I'm not going to demonstrate that because I don't want to pick it up. The positives, easy to use, straightforward, tons of power, lots of bass, incredible price point. Some people say cons. Well, I can get some other brands that do cost more in the power range, but I have bass and treble control and stuff like that. If you're going to use this on a mixer or a controller, that's actually going to have your bass and treble controls on it. So it's kind of redundant to have it built into it. Now, another thing they did take away, this is a good thing, not a bad thing, they did take away the options for the LED light and the Bluetooth. So previous models, it was very hard to be constantly in stock of all 3 of them all the time, because you had 3 different models. One model was speaker alone, the next model was speaker with built-in Bluetooth, the next model was speaker with built-in lights. Constantly out of something. Can never get it right. But at the same time, it was easier to keep the total, which is an important feature. The total is Alto's Bluetooth interface. Lots of people who own other brands of speakers still come back and buy the total because of that Bluetooth interface. 4.2, so it's uncompressed, it's got broader range. When you get to that level of Bluetooth, you're not going to hear the difference between cables and Bluetooth, which is very, very important. And you can plug that right into the back. So if you decide to get this speaker, guess what? The difference between the TS312 and the TS315W was exactly the same as the price of the total. So no, you're not losing anything. Plug that in the back here, control the gain, pair off to it, buy as many as you want or as little as you want. It's a really good way to go. Plus, you don't have to have Bluetooth on all the connections for you to do it, which is actually a positive thing when it comes to using the total versus when the speaker used to have it built in. So that's a whole different story. But not part of the speaker. But that's the important thing, is that you can take this and use it anywhere and do anything you want with it. I can plug my phone into it. I can plug my tablet into it. Again, hook up the controller to it. Hook up your mixer to it. Speaker's got a huge variety of uses, everywhere from DJing to needing it in a church. It's that kind of a versatile product. So, again, great on the price point. They hardly changed it. It is like a drop in a barrel more than it used to be, but that's okay. The power's tremendously increased. They must have upgraded or modified the driver on it, one of those things, because you can't add that much more power without playing around with the actual driver. So, does it weigh more? It weighs a few pounds more. That's about it. It is a little heavier, but it has to be. So, but that's a good thing. It's still same as or in the same ballpark as an Electro Voice ZLX or the Mackie Thumps. It's all in the same price range and weight class. Oh, anyways, I don't think we can say a whole bunch more about it except really enjoy having it. I know we just got it in today, and I've only gotten to put maybe about 10-15 minutes of playtime into it. So far so good. We didn't have any problems with the TS2 series when it came to that. We can run them all day long, so that's a positive thing. But I think it's going to be a really good add-on. I think people are going to come to it like crazy because at that price you can't touch it. There'll be nothing in that price range. So definitely going to go through an awful lot of these. If you're looking for an affordable speaker with a big punch to it and something to start off with, this is definitely the one you're looking for this year. That is for sure. Anyways, my name is Robin. You've been watching Expert On. We've been talking about the Alto Truesonic TS315. So remember, this is the new 315, not the old 215 series. Brand spanking new launch, all available in Canada. This is the one to go for. Thank you very much. Bye.